Hi everyone, and welcome to Craft Fair 2019. I'm your hostess Loretta, and I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this new series. Now, the first project we're going to make was one of the most popular selling as well as most popularly watched videos that I did last year. I had quite a few comments that the audio wasn't that great, so we're going to see if we can't redo this video so that you can hear it better. First things first, supplies. You're going to need an acrylic photo frame. This one measures 7 by 5 inches. It's from the Dollar Tree. They finally stepped up their game. These are just as good a quality as Michael's and Walmart or any other big box store sells. I'm very, very happy to tell you that, by the way. You're going to need a paper trimmer of your choice, some adhesive. I'm going to use Glossy Accents. You may or may not want a glue gun. Mine is heating up in the bullpen over here. Possibly some Copic markers. And of course, some stamps. We have some different sentiments here that I haven't decided which one I'm going to use yet. And with those sentiments you're going to need some StazOn black ink. And you may need some regular ink as well. I like this extreme black from My Favorite Things. You're also going to need some scrapbooking paper and just a little bit of patience. So, you're also going to need some flowers. These are mostly hand-rolled paper flowers that I've had from other projects. I just stuck mine in a bag. And there's some little bling in here and all that. You will also need a Post-it notepad and maybe some cardstock to coordinate with your paper. I pulled these 3 patterns out as potential candidates, if you will, for this particular project. I love this one because it's very spring. I also love this one because it's very spring. And I love this one because of the polka dots. So I'm just saying, first thing you're going to want to do is take off the plastic that protects your photo frame and take out the little thingy. So you're going to take off this little piece of this on the back that's got the UPC on it. I plan to charge about $15 a piece for them at my craft show. Of course, you're going to charge what you feel would be fair for your area. So we're going to cut this to 7 by 5 inches. And I'm going to cut one more piece that's about 2 inches, 2.5 inches by 7, and that's going to be for the back. This is just super easy project. Now, if you want, you could potentially put a piece of cardstock and frame this, and just cut this a quarter inch smaller. You don't have to do that, but it's a nice look. You slip your paper inside, just like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take off this sticker, just because it's bothering me that much. Alright, I've removed the sticker, and I've put my paper back in. Now we're going to make the Post-it note part of this. And we're going to cut our paper to about 3 1/8 by 8 1/2. So we're going to take our Post-it pad, and these are usually 3 by 3, but they're not always, so measure them. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place my Post-it pad down I'm going to use a bone folder. This is one from, I think it's We Are Memory Keepers, but I'm not sure. It may be Creative Memories. And so I've got this down here at the 1-inch mark, and I'm going to score it 1 inch from the bottom, move it over, and going to score it again at another 1/2 inch. So this is now 1.5 inches from the bottom. I'm going to put my Post-it note in place so I know it's going to be right. And real lightly tick where it's going to be. Then you don't have to worry about measuring. And come down. And that's about a little over 4 1/8. It's right at 4 1/8. So we're going to score it at 4 1/8. And then we're going to come down, line that score up with a 1/4 inch, and score it one more time, just like that. And we're going to fold these score lines to make them nice and crisp. This is really a matchbook style fold, as you can see. I'm going to go on and take some score tape and put it on the back of my Post-it. Now it's going to fit in here like this, and this flap is way too long. This is why I cut it long, so you can see kind of a cheater way of doing this. But I can tell just by looking at it, and you can measure it for yourself, that 1 1/4 inches needs to come off. So I'm just going to unwrap this, and I'm going to take off, I'm going to just take off 1 1/8 inches. See where that gets us. It should be good, actually. It's perfect. So this panel right here is going to be the front flap. Now measures in at 2 3/4 by 3 1/8. We're going to get another piece of our decorative paper. I'm going to go ahead and put some score tape on the back of this piece right here. Most people are right-handed. That's why I put my Post-it note towards the right-hand side of my project. If you cannot measure something because it's already put down, the best way to layer a piece is just by dry fitting it on top and then creasing it with your fingernail. Then you can take it to your trimmer and you know it's going to be right. So there's that little tick mark I made with my nail. Off it comes, and it's perfect. Okay, this strip measures 3 inches by 3/4 inch, and it's just going to go right here on the bottom part of this. Okay, so that's in place. Now I'm going to go get some Velcro for the closure. So I've got a little piece of Velcro here. It measures not quite 1 inch by 1/4 inch. It's double-sided hook and loop. This is Velcro. I just eyeball this for center. Place it toward the top of this piece right here. And bring it down. Press and push it into place with my nails. Just make sure it's sealed, and it is. It's good to go. So you can stamp something over here and or decorate it maybe with some flowers. These are just flowers from my collection from different projects. some of these actually got wet, and what happened was when they did, they bled into their little neighbors and caused these really fun colors. I think it's really cool, and I'm going to use them. So I also have just pieces of floral bushes. Some of these are from the dollar store, some are from a business that went out of, had a going out of business sale here recently. Part of the fun of this project is picking out how you want to decorate it. If you want to do this in a more manly fashion, you could use some more muted colors and use gears or cogs or whatever. And I made one of these years ago for my husband, and he still uses his, and he really likes it. So they can come in handy by your desk, or, back in the day we used to have telephones on the wall. I know some of you who watch my channel weren't even born yet when we had those type of gadgets. There were no cell phones. You had quarters on your person at all times to use the payphone. Actually, it was dimes, and then it went up to a quarter. So anyway, we're going to decide where our flowers are going to go, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun. This hot glue gun is by Sure Bonder. It goes up to 400 degrees. Use reasonable caution when you're working with hot stuff. More flowers in here. See what I want to use as far as color goes. I like to use the combination of hot glue and liquid glue, just because the hot glue will hold it in place until the liquid glue dries. Now that I have this stamped, I'm going to attach it to my project using my glossy accents. You're going to take this piece of paper, which we've scored about 1/8 of an inch down the length. It's cut to 3/4 of an inch, and this is a scrap, so I'm not really sure how long it is. It's about 8 inches, I would guess. And we're going to roll it into a little tube, kind of like you would, like a little cigar shape, just like that, and place it inside the barrel of your pen, which we've took the ink barrel out. Make sure it's all the way in. We're going to use our scissors to cut this flush. And put our pen back inside. So you can do a few things with the pen. You can just put it on top. You can clip it on top just like this. Or you could put a ribbon on it and attach it to the back, whatever you like. Now, if you want, you can also decorate this back piece. And if you end up not liking that, you really can, redo it by putting something on the outside, which I actually think I'm going to do. I just don't like the way that this finished. I have this piece of offray ribbon trim, I guess. Looks like little daisies that I'm going to use right here on the back. I'm going to continue decorating this piece. Still pictures will follow this project. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of when I upload videos. And please share my videos on your social media. Stamp happy, be a blessing. I'll see you soon.